All right, welcome back. We continue live right here at Pittsburgh CW. Bob Pompeani with you till 11 o'clock. Tonight, the Steelers also had their Hall of Honor ceremony, a dinner for those 4 members being inducted tonight. L.B. Nickel, tremendous career with the Steelers back in his day, along with Larry Brown, outstanding tight end and offensive lineman who negotiated his own contract. He didn't need an agent. He was smart enough to get it done by himself. And what a great player that man was for this organization, on top of being a tremendous man. And then you had Hines Ward, you know what he did, Bill Cowher, those 4, and you'll see them tomorrow at the game as they are acknowledged at halftime. For the Hall of Honor, it's the class of 2019. Let's get to the lines. We have a lot of people going on. We got Will in McKees Rocks. Hey, Will, what's up?
Hey, Pomp, how are you this evening?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm okay, thank you. I wanted to talk about Clint Hurdle in the management position, if you don't mind.
No, go ahead.
I wanted to get your opinion on this. It seems apparent to me, Bob, that they would have to, to keep the fan base happy, to hire from outside and not hire from within, right?
Yeah, I would think if you're going to do this the right way, you're going to go for the best candidate you could find, not someone internal, although Tom Prince and Jeff Bannister both, I'm sure, would like the job. But go ahead.
No, I agree with you, but to just keep this, because I feel if either one of those guys get that job, you're going to have a really empty stadium next season.
Well, it's interesting you say that, Will, and thank you for the call as always. Attendance went up this year, slightly over last year, but it went up, believe it or not. Still way down from what it was. What was the high water mark back in 2015 or 16, whatever? It was 30,000 a game. Now it's down to 18. But it did go up, technically, although in the last month there was nobody there. And fans are frustrated. Quite frankly, they should be. We'll see. If what they should want is the best qualified man. If it takes $5 million a year to get him, go. But who's going to come here? Joe Madden doesn't want to come here for that because he doesn't want to deal with not being a have. He likes being a have, not a have-not. He's pretty much said that. So he'll probably land in Philly or San Diego or Anaheim or someplace like that. Most likely you're going to get somebody who's young and experienced and wants an opportunity. But buyer beware. If you take that job, know that you may not get the support you want when it comes to, again, spending on payroll, and we'll see what else. Let's go out to Joe in Ben Hills. What's up, Joe? How are you?
Hey, Bob. How you doing?
We're good, thanks.
I hope you guys on the radio and TV stations just start saying it like it is, like Ron Cook says today. As long as Huntington is here, it's business as usual.
You mean Nutting?
What'd I say? No. I'm saying Huntington.
Oh, okay.
We got Nutting. We're stuck. But you have to have a new philosophy. It's going to be the same. He's going to get a manager that's going to be a yes man. Yes. Everybody's going to be down the line. We're no use frustrating us. They think we're stupid, Nutting and Huntington. Huntington don't deserve to be here any more than maybe Hurdle. Hurdle's the fall guy. And Huntington, this is all his organization, his scouts, his development, his...
Well, apparently they're doing all right by Bob Nutting. He pretty much said, we like the way they're doing. We believe in their...
Well, that doesn't make it right, Bob.
No, it doesn't make it right. And quite frankly, if you had told me there was going to be a move, I thought it would include both.
Well, it has to be, or it's just going to be the same. You know that. Next year it's going to be no different, and I'm sorry... I'll watch the games, get a score sometime, and not care. And that's something miracle happens. But this is sad, Dave, that Huntington is still here. Nothing against him as a man and a family man.
No, he's a really good person, and he has the right. But it's just about performance. Unfortunately for them, this is a results-driven industry, more so than most. And if you don't get it, then you should pay the price. And thanks for the call. And here's the thing. Chicago, for example, they let Joe Madden go. What has Joe Madden done in 5 years there? He won their first world championship in 100 years. He went to 4 playoffs in 5 years. This was the only year it didn't happen. He's gone. So it's what you expect. And if your expectations are just modest, then you'll get modest in return. That's the way I look at it. Line 4 we go. It's Bob in Clearfield. What's up, Bob? How are you?
Hi, thank you very much. As a devoted Pirates fan, for more than 50 years, my is as follows. Clint Hurdle goes to Kansas City, where he started. Bob Nutting will happily let him out of his Pirates contract. Jeff Bannister becomes the new manager. The new manager, a lower salary, so he's saving money right there. Despite the last place finish, as you said, the Pirates per game attendance was only a few hundred fans below last year, 20 million less in payroll, money saved. 20 more million coming off the payroll at the end of this year, money saved. Next year, though, next year, Yankees and Bo Sox coming in, 5 guaranteed sellout,
Right.
money made.
Yeah.
So the man is in no pressure to do anything differently than what he did in the past, because the league's focus is on the future of the heavily leveraged Marlins and the Bay Rays, who are looking to a place to move in Ibon, Montreal. So,
well, Bob, you're from Clearfield. You made your point very clear. Thank you for that, and I think that a lot of people will echo that sentiment as well. Bob Nutting is a smart businessman. You know that going in. He has a right to make money. He owns the team. But again, this is a different thing. This is a public trust kind of relationship where he has to do more than he's done. And so far that hasn't happened, and the results speak for themselves. That's where we are with this. Let's go to John in Greentree. Hey, John, how are you?
What's up, man? How you doing? How you doing, man?
What's up, John?
Hey, what's up, man? How about the Pittsburgh Pirates, man? I love the Pittsburgh Pirates, but I hate to see the season come to an end. And Steve Blass, man, I hate to see him leave the team, but I'm happy that he's leaving. Bye-bye.
Yeah, you know, John, that was the one thing that bothered me today, is it took away from Steve Blass. You know, we spent most of our time going over there getting reaction to Clint Hurdle and the way it happened. And it's a shame. It was supposed to be Steve Blass Day. And if I talked to one, I talked to 100 people who went to that game as season ticket holders and were disturbed by the way that happened. Shouldn't have happened this way. It really shouldn't have. In deference to both Hurdle, I think, but also, more importantly in this day, Steve Blass. That's the way it went down. Shouldn't have done that. Line 5, it's Dave in Bell Vernon. What's up, Dave?
Well, Bob, you know, I have to admit, as a Pirate fan for many, 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 many years, I am very happy that Hurdle is gone. For the simple reason I've disagreed with his decision so many times over these years that I'm really happy he's gone. However, I do agree that when you clean house, you clean house, and you don't leave other people in the job, because there's no way possible that the new guy can do anything as long as everything's in place. I cannot believe it. They just put it on Hurdle, let everything else ride. I don't understand that.
Well, I don't either, quite frankly. If you're going to make that decision, then make it for all and start over. You want to do it, because if you look at what the Pirates have trotted out there, especially, again, I go back to pitching. That's my main concern if I'm them. You know, their bullpen was filled with guys like McRae and Neveraskis and Hartley, who made 30-plus appearances, and Clay Holmes and Rookie Davis, and on and on and on. That's it. That's all they got down there. And they need more people, and they need more infusion of talent, and they have not done a decent enough job for that. Let's see. Well, we're due for a break. We have John, Marianne, Andy, others. I know a lot of people want to talk. We'll try to get those calls in next. Stick around. We continue right here with the Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call on the Bordas and Bordas Hotline.